All right, we got a few of you, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Today, we're going to tiptoe through the tulips. So let me show you what we're going to be doing today. This is using the tulip bundle that is currently still available in our January to June catalog. I'm showcasing the blueberry buckle in color, which will be retiring in a couple of months. So if that's a color that you like, you're going to want to make sure that you get that color as soon as possible. So I'm going to turn the camera and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started so that you can see how to create this project. All right, let's see. I hate to make you seasick and all, but here we go. All right, we're going to turn the camera too. All right. So let's see, on my work surface here, it's a little messy because I've been stamping this morning, so you're going to have to check the blog and see. I have a class that I advertised this morning, so if anybody's interested in signing up for that class, let me show you what that is all about. It is a sampler, a 12 by 12 wall art sampler featuring the painted poppies, and so it will be frame ready. You won't get the frame with the class, but that is what the class is going to entail. So be sure to check out my Stamp Patties Facebook page and my www.stamppatties.com so that you can get the details to register for that. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get started on our tulip card. And there's a lot of pieces here, a couple of ink colors. All right, here we go. All right, gals and guys. So we're going to use the Timeless Tulips. I'm going to use the Blueberry Bushel ink pad, and I'm also using the Old Olive ink pad. Now, because this cardstock is so dark, I've also got a piece of white cardstock for the inside, which would lend itself really nicely to having another little tulip on the inside just to decorate it. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there, and we're going to set this aside. But I want to show you how this technique is done. I don't know if you can tell. If you look at it from the side, you can see that it's popped up, and then it also is recessed right here. So here we go. We have a set of dies. I'm not going to show you those dies because I'd rather show you the technique. I have cut a 4" by 5 1/4" piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I've cut it with 2 of our stitched rectangle framelits, and so that they are nestled right inside of each other. So what we're going to do is we're going to be stamping. Ooh, that side looks a little bit messy, but I guess it's going to be okay. So I have double mounted the stems from the Timeless Tulip set. I'm calling this my straight stem, even though it's not straight. This one's my curved stem. I'm going to be using the large tulip and the smaller tulip. I'm not going to use the closed-in one. So here we go. We're going to use the Old Olive ink. I'm going to start with that. And I'm going to use my, what I'm calling a straight stem, and I'm going to put that, so I want my tulip to go through that cutout, so I'm going to put it up about that high, I guess. Then I'm going to use the curved one, and I am going to I'm going to try to meet them so that I don't have too many overlaps here. So see how I've got the 2 stems that have crossed together? Hopefully you guys can see that okay. There we go. I just want to make sure that you guys get a good view. Okay. So how's everybody doing with all this staying at homeness? I've been working hard doing schoolwork, sending kids assignments and communicating via email and all that kind of stuff, and also trying to find a little bit of time to play in my stamp room to keep myself from going totally bonkers. Those of you that know me know that I am kind of always on the go, so to be at home all the time is not my favorite thing. Okay, so I've got my 3 stems. I'm going to go ahead and use one of the leaves as well. And I am going to put a leaf on that side. And then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to put it on the other side. Okay, not perfect, but I can live with it. Those of you that watched me yesterday know that I had a really hard time stamping yesterday, so I apologize. I'm bringing in my blueberry bushel and my large tulip, and that large tulip is going to go right in the center. Perfect. I'm liking that a lot. Then I'm going to do the 2 smaller ones. And it's okay if it hangs off the edge of the paper. I'm okay with that. And we're going to do another one on the other side. If you notice, I'm kind of holding it down on the paper for a few seconds to let that ink get moving around. I'm pretty happy with that, I must say. Hopefully you all are too. Okay, and then this is the inside of my card, so I do want to put a couple of tulips. I think I'm going to put one in each corner to kind of decorate it a little bit. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to set that off to dry, and I'm going to show you about how to build the front of this card. Okay, so we're going to take our blueberry bushel cardstock, which is 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that in half, and I'm going to go ahead and open it. So my largest frame, I'm going to take these 3 pieces apart. My largest frame is going to get adhered flat to my card front. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to actually use a little bit of the Tombow liquid glue, if in fact I can get it out of there. There we go. I'm going to use just a little bead around the whole thing just to keep it from coming apart. I do like my liquid glue. You just got to be careful of your hands and not make a sticky, icky mess. All right, so there we go. Done with that one. Okay, the next step, we're going to take this little tiny frame and we are going to use our, dear Lord, where are they? Oh, they're on the other side of the room. Hang on. Like I said, I've been playing in here. Okay, we're going to take our foam strips and I'm just going to peel one whole strip, if I can, off of there. And I'm going to cut it into pieces. So on the back side, I'm going to put a little piece. Can you all see this? Maybe put it on the blue so you can see. I'm going to put a little piece on each of the shorter parallel sides of my rectangle. So a little piece on each of those. Try to stay inside where nobody's going to see that. And then, that's one from previous. I'm going to use a piece on the larger side of my rectangle and another one on the other side. Okay, so all 4 sides have some of that thick. The foam strips are actually a little bit taller than our dimensionals, and I want that level to be higher than my very center. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel those off. And we're going to stick it. Make sure you put it on the right way. Obviously, I want to line up my tulips. So I am going to do my best to have it be as lined up as possible. Oops, my fingernail's stuck. Okay. And then I'm going to have that be stuck down. So now you can see that that layer is actually higher than the flat layer, of course. The last step for the front of this is going to be to use some of our standard dimensionals. These are a little bit thinner, so when I put this on the inside of this open rectangular space. It's actually going to be recessed a little bit from this layer, but still taller than the outside layer. So let's go ahead and do that as I peel my dimensionals away. Okay. And again, I want to try to make sure I get it lined up. Perfect. Happy with that. Okay, now I'm going to do my greeting. This is going to be a happy birthday card. So I just have a scrap of white cardstock, and I am going to use the happy birthday that comes as part of this Timeless Tulip set. So I'm going to use this image right here, and I'm still using the blueberry bushel. I'm going to stamp the happy birthday. Perfect. Let it dry a second. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of that piece. And I actually have a nice little strip here. I save every last bit. So I am going to take a piece off the side. I'm going to put that on my happy birthday. And I'm going to put it right in the center. Kind of tuck it underneath. There we go. Kind of tuck it underneath. There's my happy birthday. I'm almost done. I am going to take some of my blueberry bushel 1/8 inch grosgrain ribbon, and I'm going to make a little bow. So I just leave it on the roll. I'm going to pretend like I'm tying it around something, even though I'm not. And my fingernails are cool, but they're not always functional. Okay, here we go. So I've got the start of a bow. I'm going to pull it really tight, and then I can adjust this one. There we go. To try to get them to be somewhat even. I think I can go with that. I'm going to take my little snips and cut that off. I am going to use one of our glue dots, and I'm going to bring my little ribbon to the glue dot, press it so that the glue dot will stick, and then I'm going to stick that right here so that it's at the crooks of where all those stems meet each other. And I am almost done. I think just to finalize it and put a little bit of a finishing touch on there, I'm going to use some of our rhinestones, and I am just going to, let's see, let's put one right there just to make it kind of shimmery shiny. Let's put another one up there. Good. One more. I'm going to say like over there. All right. I believe the last thing that we have to do to finish this card is to pull back the inside that we stamped so pretty. And I'm going to, again, use a small bead of my liquid glue, because then I can be sure that it is not going to fall out of that card. And I am going to stick that right in the center. All right, so we have our tiptoeing through the tulips, and I want to say thanks so much for spending these last 10 or 12 minutes with me. If you are interested in this product, the item number for the Timeless Tulip stamp set is 151534. It is also coordinated with our tulip punch, which I don't have here on the table, but what I can tell you is that the bundle is located, if you look at our January to June catalog, the one with all the poppies on the front cover, you will find the tulips on page 43. It does come as a bundle. So on page 43 of the catalog, let me show it to you. You can purchase the bundle. Oops, sorry guys. Here we go. Right here is the bundle, the tulips and the tulip punch. Together, the savings is 10% when you buy the bundle together. So the bundle together is $32.25. The item number for that bundle is 153793. Excuse me. You can place your orders at www.stamppatties.com. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, happy stamping!